Howdy, mother. Welcome back to MCubed. My name is Harris, your host, and we are going to have a nice Take It or Skip It today, covering The Gray Man. What is a Take It or Skip It, you may ask? Well, it's where I ask 4 questions, and at the very end, I answer the question, should you get a ticket, should you skip it, or should you get a ticket with some trepidation? So, the 4 questions we're going over today are, was this film fulfilling? Number 2, were the characters' arcs within the given story fulfilling? Number 3, did I personally like this film? Number 4, is this film worth watching? So without further ado, let's get into it. Question number 1, was this film fulfilling? I've got to say, for the most part, yes. Action-wise, it's actually very simple and straightforward. There's a lot of it. It's really enjoyable. It's good action sequences, multiple types of action, I guess. There's a lot to take in fight-wise, and it's just a lot to enjoy. The Russo brothers definitely bring their A-game in that manner, and Christopher Marcus and Stephen McFeely, I believe those are the writers right there. They stick to what they know as well, and then they do damn well with it, I believe. Now, the story, is it fulfilling itself? I actually believe yes. It is a little slow, and it is dialogue and exposition heavy, but it's a lot of fun, and you can tell that the Russo brothers are used to working in a much more large shared universe, and that's what they're kind of setting up here. So I believe that's kind of where the exposition and dialogue come from. I don't mind it, honestly, in this film. I know some people really don't like it, they find it boring, but I don't see where they're coming from. Was it fulfilling enough for me to want more talking about this shared universe possibility? Well, as of filming today, Netflix announced that they are going forward with both a sequel and a spin-off film, I believe. So yeah, I think I wanted more because I did like the world that they set up. I liked Billy Bob Thornton in there. I want more Billy Bob Thornton. I always want more Billy Bob Thornton. He's great. But the shared universe would be fun to watch in a different manner than we're used to. And I trust the Russo brothers going into a shared universe, so that kind of just intrigues me off the bat. I'd like to see where we go with it. So, were the characters' arcs within this given film fulfilling? Now, for Ana de Armas, I've just got to say no. I love Ana de Armas and everything she's in. She's just a fantastic actress on every level of that statement. You know, she can do anything you toss in front of her, from comedy to action, mystery to thrillers. She's all over the place, and she does well with everything. She's a chameleon, you might even say. Now, she doesn't get to shine in this film, which is kind of disappointing. I think there will be more Ana de Armas talking about this shared universe going forward, and that excites me, and I would like them to double down on more Ana de Armas. That would definitely make me happy. Chris Evans, I gotta go sort of with him. I did really enjoy a lot of things, but I don't like necessarily the way his arc ends. I do like how it gets there. I like it, I don't love it. I'll say that. Ryan Gosling, his arc's fulfilling. I'm very happy with Ryan Gosling's arc in this film. He's the main character, so they kind of make it a point to fulfill his arc. Thank you for doing it, because it's not an all-time great action hero by any means, but Ryan Gosling, no matter what he does, always brings his A game, and I believe that he brought his A+ game to this. Now, Regé-Jean Page, I think that might be the first time I've ever said the name right, and I might not have even said that name right. You just tell me in the comments. I'm going with sorta on him as well. I don't absolutely love the way his story ends, but I'm intrigued going forward. I feel like he's a good villain with great potential. And I'm going to leave it at that. So, Jessica Henwick. Once again, I'm going to say sort of. And she's not a villain. She's not a good person. She's kind of caught in the middle of things in this film, and that's fun to watch. If any part of this film is boring, I'm not going to say it's Jessica Henwick, because she does very well with what she's given, but I think her character kind of is given some of the more boring parts. And that kind of leaves me slightly unsatisfied with her character at the end of the film, but intrigued with where she's going. So, question number 3. Did I like this film? Simply put, yes. It's fun. It's not necessarily inventive in any means, but it is a straightforward political action thriller. It feels reminiscent of The Winter Soldier in a lot of ways, and of course, political action thriller Russo brothers. It was going to, and the next films probably will as well, but I don't think that is taking away from anything. I think that kind of lets the Russo brothers hone in on what they want to do, and with the amount of exposition and dialogue, as I keep going back to, that was given to us in this film, I really think going forward we're going to have a lot of fun with what has been set up. The 4th and the final question, is this film worth watching? From my opinion, Yes, there's a lot in it. It's not a short film. It's something that you might watch yourself or with a couple buddies, or you're just interested in the way that these people tell these stories and you're intrigued that Netflix spent as much money as they did on this because this is their most expensive film they've ever made. And that brings us into, should you get a ticket? Should you skip it? Or should you get a ticket with a little bit of trepidation? It sounds like this entire time I've been leading up to a ticket with trepidation. I'm saying get a ticket. Honestly, I really did enjoy this film. It does slow and linger at certain parts, but so do most films. It's not the greatest film ever, and if it didn't linger at all in some parts, it might be escalated to a nice degree, but I totally think it's worth a watch. I'm excited for what the rest of the Russo brothers are going to bring. If you sit back and have a good time and don't shut your mind off, it's not one of those movies. It's not dumb fun, but it is fun. Let me know what you think of it in the comments. Now, while I'm thinking about it, we are Woozer affiliates. So, Woozers are a haptic feedback sound listening device, and these things are the coolest thing in the world. This thing jams along with you to your music, gives you your own personal bass within your own body, essentially uses your body as a subwoofer. I don't know if that's the correct science or anything, but that's what it feels like. And I love these things. It makes movies, music, and video games just infinitely more fun. It's the coolest thing in the world with movies. Like, subscribe, do all that good stuff, and we'll see you on the next one.